When two of the biggest names in the UFC step into the octagon, what happens? Wait for it, because we've got Conor McGregor, the flamboyant Irishman known for his knockout power and trash talk, going head-to-head with Khabib Nurmagomedov, the undefeated Russian grappling maestro. Sounds exciting, right? UFC 229 is one of the most anticipated and thrilling fights in UFC history, a fight that drew a record-breaking 2.4 million pay-per-view buys and was witnessed by over 20,000 fans at the T-Mobile Arena in Nevada on October 6, 2018. Buckle up as we dive into the epic showdown that left the MMA world buzzing. The road to UFC 229. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the fight, let's take a stroll down memory lane and see how these two warriors found themselves on a collision course. Conor McGregor, with his brash personality and lethal striking, took the UFC by storm. He was the first fighter in UFC history to hold titles in two weight classes simultaneously. Known for his quick wit and even quicker left hand, McGregor's rise to fame was meteoric. His notable victories include a 13-second knockout of Jose Aldo.
Conor relaxed and smiling. Oh! He slapped him!
And a win over Eddie Alvarez to claim the lightweight belt. McGregor's record stood at 21 wins, with 18 of those coming by way of knockout and 3 losses before UFC 229. On the other hand, Khabib Nurmagomedov, hailing from the rugged mountains of Dagestan, Russia, was a stark contrast to McGregor. Khabib's fighting style was relentless and suffocating, characterized by his unmatched grappling skills and ability to control opponents on the ground. He entered UFC 229 with an undefeated record of 26-0, with his notable victories including dominant performances against Rafael dos Anjos and Edson Barbosa. Khabib was the reigning UFC lightweight champion and had a reputation for being a nightmare for anyone who faced him in the octagon. The stage was set for a clash of styles, personalities, and legacies. Round 1. The battle begins. The tension in the T-Mobile Arena was palpable as the first round began. McGregor, known for his striking, aimed to keep the fight standing. He landed a few clean punches, showcasing his boxing skills. Khabib, however, had a different plan. He wanted to take the fight to the ground where he could utilize his superior grappling. Midway through the round, Khabib managed to secure a takedown, putting McGregor on his back.
He's got his leg. And what he's got to do is get his left leg over the back.
The Russian began to impose his will, landing ground and pound strikes and controlling the Irishman. Despite being on his back, McGregor remained composed, attempting to defend and minimize damage.
Good job of wrapping those legs up.
Straighten the leg out like that, the way he hangs, and he almost knee bars you.
The round ended with Khabib in control, setting the tone for the rest of the fight.
Stuck on the floor, but he has no, so this second round he'll be fresh. Let's see what he does with it.
Exactly the start that Khabib.
The scorecard showed a clear advantage for Khabib, but the fight was far from over. Round 2. Momentum shift. If the first round was a warm-up, the second round was where the real action began. Early in the round, Khabib landed a massive overhand right that staggered McGregor, sending shockwaves through the arena.
Oh! Massive right from Nurmagomedov! And a knee from McGregor now!
Nasty right hand.
It was a moment that caught everyone off guard, including McGregor. Khabib followed up with another takedown, dragging McGregor back to the canvas.
Takedown because you're thinking about the shot, and now the shot set up from the overhand. He goes back and forth, and that's what's made Nurmagomedov the best. That right hand.
This round was all Khabib. He unleashed a barrage of ground and pound strikes, leaving McGregor with little room to breathe. Khabib's relentless pressure was on full display as he barked at McGregor, demanding respect. Despite the onslaught, McGregor survived the round, but it was clear that the momentum had shifted in favor of the Russian.
Conor's in serious trouble.
Oh, massive ground strikes here. Herky watching closely.
The scorecards reflected Khabib's dominance, and McGregor was now in deep waters. Round 3, McGregor's resurgence. Round 3 saw McGregor trying to turn the tide. Knowing he was down on the scorecards, he came out more aggressively, looking to land his signature left hand. This round remained mostly on the feet, giving McGregor the opportunity to showcase his striking skills. He landed several clean punches and a few kicks, keeping Khabib at bay. However, Khabib's defense and chin held up. While McGregor won the round on the scorecards, it wasn't a dominant performance. It was more of a strategic win, and Khabib's earlier rounds had already put him ahead. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, sensing that the fight could go either way.
15 minutes in the books.
Round 4, the climax. The fourth round was the climax of the fight, the moment everyone had been waiting for. Khabib, sticking to his game plan, went for another takedown early in the round. McGregor, visibly tired, couldn't prevent it.
McGregor trying to use the fence to his advantage. And he gets tripped right down. Too good.
Once on the ground, Khabib's grappling mastery took over. He moved to a dominant position and began to work for a submission. At 3:03 of round 4, Khabib locked in a neck crank, forcing McGregor to tap out. The arena erupted as Khabib extended his undefeated record to 27-0, retaining his lightweight title. But the drama didn't end there. Immediately after the fight, Khabib jumped over the cage, inciting a brawl between the two teams. It was a chaotic scene that added to the already intense rivalry.
Khabib jumps the fence.
No.
And he's going right here. It looks like UFC security has corralled.
The aftermath, legacy, and future. The aftermath of UFC 229 was as explosive as the fight itself. Khabib's victory solidified his status as one of the greatest fighters in MMA history. He went on to defend his title against Dustin Poirier, winning via a third-round submission at UFC 242. Khabib's legacy was cemented, and he eventually retired with an unbeaten record of 29-0. For McGregor, the loss was a humbling experience. He took a hiatus from the sport before returning to fight Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone at UFC 246, securing a first-round knockout. McGregor continued to be a major draw in the UFC, with fans eagerly anticipating his next move. The fight between Khabib and McGregor remains one of the most talked about events in MMA history. It showcased the clash of styles, the intensity of rivalries, and the unpredictability of the sport. UFC 229, Conor McGregor vs. Khabib Nurmagomedov, was more than just a fight. It was a spectacle that captivated the world. It was a clash of personalities, styles, and legacies. Khabib's dominance and McGregor's resilience created a narrative that will be remembered for years to come. The fight had everything: drama, action, and a touch of chaos. So who do you think should fight Khabib next if he ever comes out of retirement? Or do you think McGregor has another title run left in him? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video, press the like button, shares, subscribe, and smash the notification bell to get more UFC updates.